you're not gonna believe
Oh my goodness.
what we found inside. Today is the day.
Finally! And that will tell you whether or not you should be replacing that tire immediately.
Jason and Dellynn disclaimer. Now we're gonna tell you about G-rated tires.
It looks like there was splits all throughout the whole tire.
And it's all good. People are gonna flip you off. So whether you are new to RV life and just jumping in, or you take RV vacations periodically, maybe you're part-timers, or you have been at this for years, there are just some things about RVing that can be completely overwhelming. So this week on Our Not So Perfect Life, we are gonna break it down nice and simple about a few things we wished we knew about RV tires. And you're not gonna believe
Oh my goodness.
what we found inside of one of ours.
Yeah, like inside the tire.
Literally, while it was being pulled off the rig, what we found inside. Stay tuned, because we're gonna show you.
You won't believe it. I'd like to get a price on some tires, please.
What size tire are we dealing with?
235 8016. Just waiting on hold. Grabbing some coffee.
Trailer tires right now are just really hard to come by. I have nothing. Thank you for calling. Which tire? Please leave a message.
Am I supposed to get a tire with?
There's absolutely zero of those available.
Wow.
So
Leave me a message. We'll call you back. We are taking appointments.
So while I'm waiting on hold, I gotta know, is there really a hashtag never coffee crowd in the not so perfect society? I'm seeing you hashtag never tears. You're there. I'm hearing you loud and strong. In fact, we're loud and proud. But is there genuinely a strong hashtag never coffee crowd?
Jim speaking.
Okay, so what's so complicated about RV tires?
Right, duh.
Right? You just buy them and slap them on there and go, right?
Yeah.
But with so many brands out there, supply and demand right now, the World Wide Web and all of its 100,000 reviews on different tires and YouTube videos on which tires you should get.
And why you should get them.
Your budget, extra fees to consider.
Right, it isn't just, I'm gonna go buy a tire. You're making an investment for the rig that you're pulling around the country with your stuff in it. And if you full-time or if you vacation, irregardless, it's valuable.
Right, you've got your family to consider and the investment of tires that you are going to want to protect. So how do you do that? And the list goes on and on. So we actually got kind of a little bit overwhelmed in the researching process, and we thought, you know what? We want to share with you what we learned through this process. So we're going to break it down to 7 things that we discovered that we wished we knew, and we hope that it is very useful for you too. Number 1, new tires do not equal good tires.
Did you know that?
We bought a 2021 Keystone Cougar, had new tires.
Right.
We thought new tires equals good tires.
Right, this is a brand new 2021 rig, and within the first 4 months we had 3 lost tires. One was a blowout on delivery, one was a flat in California, and another blowout in St. Louis. And with less than like 10 to 12,000 miles, that's way too many tire failures. I just couldn't believe it. So if you're in the market for buying a fifth wheel, a trailer, an RV of any kind, do your research on the tires that are on that rig, right? Because you need to know what is on there, what are the reviews, how has that tire been performing in its history, and that will tell you whether or not you should be replacing that tire immediately. Okay, point number 2. How old are your tires, right? You can find that out by looking at the date stamp that's directly on every single tire.
Yeah, and just because it's a brand new rig doesn't mean that those tires are brand new either. We found out our tires were over a year old and probably sat in a warehouse somewhere because they buy it in bulk, put it in the warehouse, and just roll them out as they're shipping out the RVs. So check the date on that, because just because it's a new rig doesn't mean they're new tires. You should check the dates on your tires, even if you're buying a brand new one or a used one. Find out how old your tires are and start from there. Number 3, Brand matters. This is not a time to cut corners.
Yeah, we're not like the Versace, Louis Vuitton kind of like brand people, but there are certain things where brand actually does come into play.
Yes, and when you are buying tires, it does matter.
Yes.
So definitely work within your budget. We're
Right.
not saying go out and spend thousands of dollars. Work within the budget that you have. Do your research on the brand itself. Check reviews and find out what is the quality of the tire that you are going to buy.
Exactly.
So in our video where we had a blowout in St. Louis, we asked you, what tires would you recommend? So the top tires that came up were, if I say it wrong, sorry, Salians.
Yes, it's a Salient, Hercules,
Goodyear Endurance, Carlisle,
Continental.
and I think there was one more. Trans Eagle. Yeah, Trans Eagle. So, and everybody recommended G-rated. Like tons of comments came in and everybody said get G-rated, get G-rated, get G-rated tires. We're getting G-rated tires.
Dude, we were
period.
so pumped. Yeah, we were like G-rated tires. They're
Yeah.
a thicker ply. It's a better tire. We're in like Flynn.
However, that's our point number 4. Did you know you cannot just put G-rated tires on any rim or on any rig? Can't do it.
We thought you could, and that's wrong.
What we found out was, well, you tell, because you did, like, you really made this discovery. So I'm gonna let him talk. Look, we are not so perfect. This is our not so perfect lives. This isn't the gospel of buying tires, but this is just our perspective.
Right.
But we love learning, so you can let us know if we say something wrong.
Right.
We'll learn in all of your comments below, okay? That's our disclaimer, Jason and Dellynn disclaimer. Anyways, now we're gonna tell you about G-rated tires.
All right, so real quick, it's like this. The rim manufacturer has a rating on the rim for either a PSI rating, 80 pounds, 90 pounds, 110 pounds PSI, or a load-bearing rating, okay? Tires are rated by how much they can carry for the weight. So a G-rated tire on the rim that we had for this manufacturer,
Ain't gonna work.
nope, it's way too strong. It could damage the rim. It could actually crack the rim while we're driving down the road if it's inflated to its proper PSI. That is all kinds of trouble, guys.
Right.
So the point is that if you think you're gonna go out and buy a better, thicker ply tire and just throw it on your rig and do yourself a service, you aren't gonna do yourself a service, because if you inflate it to its PSI, you could damage the rim. Or you have to keep the tire underinflated so that it doesn't damage the rim, and then you're compromising the tire. So it's a lose-lose. Either get the proper rating for the rim or upgrade the rim so you can get the tire that you want.
So we figured we're not gonna compromise on the quality. We'll get a nice quality 10-ply tire. Guys, you might think, wow, Dellynn, do you even know what you're talking about when it comes to tires?
We do now.
Well, we've learned a lot, okay? Everybody has to learn at some point.
Right.
I did not know until this little endeavor that each tire actually has a load capacity.
Right.
So you got to break out some math and do the load capacity for each tire on your rig and make sure that that equals the weight of your rig.
Correct. What
Right.
she's saying is this.
Yeah, you do it. You do it. You'll do it better. He'll explain it better. I just was learning this.
So on the back of your rim, there's a stamp for the weight load. Well, the weight load's gonna tell you exactly how much that specific tire and rim can handle. So 3,250 pounds. Well, you multiply that by how many tires you have, that gives you the sum total of how much weight those 4 tires can bear. Well, that has to equal the size and weight of your rig when it's fully loaded.
Right, yes, fully loaded, not just like your manufacturer weight, okay? So if your manufacturer weight is like 11,000 pounds,
Right.
and let's just say you think, oh great, these tires, they're 3,000 capacity, so I can have 12,000 pounds, we're good to go.
And save me some do-re-mi because those tires are cheaper.
Right, well what if your max load capacity on your rig is 14,000 pounds, you just bought tires that won't work for your rig. So it's gotta match the fully loaded water weight and all for the load capacity and not just the manufacturer's
It's true.
weight. okay? I didn't know that. I genuinely didn't know that.
Are you guys getting this? Like, or is this like hashtag too confusing? Let us know in the comments below, because we're trying to break it down, because no one has ever told us this stuff, and we couldn't find this information anywhere on YouTube or the other RV community forums. And so as we're researching tires, we thought, wow, there's a big gap between buying the tire and understanding what you're buying.
Right. This is a huge investment, and so we wanted to make sure we knew what we were doing, and so we just learned so much in this process, and we just wanted to share it with you.
Yeah, let us smooth out the speed bumps in the road so you can glide right over it.
Yeah, you can learn through us. That's what we're here for, guys.
Yeah.
We want you to learn through us, with us, not making the same mistakes. This is a community. We're growing together.
It is a society.
Yes. Let's talk about protecting the investment. You guys have said frequently in the comments below that we need a TPMS.
Oh, buddy.
And guess what? You guys are right.
100%.
Failed and should have got a TPMS system.
Yeah.
Okay? So now that's our next investment. We want to ask you guys again, what kind of TPMS do you use? Tell us why you like it. How long have you had it for? What you like about it?
Is it reliable? Because what we learned is, even though the recommendation I've given on a previous video to always constantly check your tire pressure, and I did that religiously, about every 100, 150 miles, we'd stop, pull over, I'd get the gauge out, check the tire pressure, but that stuff can fluctuate. Guys, we're driving at 107 degrees to 68 degrees, all within the span of a few hours. That tire pressure's all over the map.
So actually, we made a shocking discovery in this process.
Yeah.
It could have potentially been prevented by having a TPMS. We're not exactly sure what caused this, because there's a few things that could cause it, but check out what we found inside of our tire as it's literally coming off the rig.
Lover, check these new tires out. They are beefy, man.
Good.
Look at, they're right there.
That's what I want. I mean, that's so much nicer. Where are the old ones, crappy ones?
Right there's one. Right here. Right here's our old one. Yep. Whoa.
What?
Look at the inside of this tire, guys. Look at the inside of this tire. Literally. I don't know. Frank, what is this?
Ate itself away from the inside. So that's all it is.
So the tire pressure wasn't proper?
Well, if it was low and you drove on it when it was low, then it starts to eat itself away from the inside out. So that's what that, see how it's discolored in here in those different areas? That's where it's eating away at
That black stuff is beautiful. That's actually the construction of the tire. And what happens is it just delaminates the inner liner.
I mean, is there something we did that would cause that? Or it's just the literal crappiness of the tire?
You couldn't have done anything to cause it if it was low on air pressure. I don't know how often you check your air pressures.
All the time we were checking air pressures.
This might have like a cut in it or a tiny, I don't see a screw or anything in it.
So frankly, we were in St. Louis. This tire literally was splitting like all throughout. It looks like there was splits all throughout the whole tire.
When it had air in it?
Yeah, when it had air in it. Yeah,
that,
right there.
That's the tire's coming apart. It's delaminating. That's probably why it lost and ran low, because of the little cut.
Yeah.
That's not something that you drove over. That tire is actually
falling.
Exactly.
It's coming apart.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the other ones real close too.
Yeah.
To see if they're the same thing. But
one other thing that you might wish you knew was that these tires are rated for a specific speed, right? Trailer tires aren't exactly racing tires. You're not qualifying for NASCAR as you're going down the freeway. This is a recreational vehicle, my friends. And so these trailer tires are rated for specific miles per hour. And that means you're not going to try to like haul it for 500 miles at 85 miles an hour.
Right.
You're going to want to drive at the safe speed that the tires are rated for.
Yeah, and it's all good. People are going to flip you off and they're going to like honk, you know. I mean, you guys out there, you know how rude people can be to like you slow going in your RV. You're like,
I believe it's the international waving sign of you're driving too slow.
So for all you speed demons out there, you just need to slow your roll a little bit and check how fast or slow you should be driving with the tires that you have on your rig. And for everybody that, you know, says hello with their one finger wave at you, passing by, you just say, hi, I'm just being safe and driving like I should be.
Yeah, you'd rather pass me than pick up all my stuff on the freeway because my tire's shredded. And...
Right. Have a nice day. Anyway.
Let's move on.
Well, we hope you have enjoyed learning with us today the important things about RV tires.
Right.
And what we wish that we knew before getting them, and hopefully now can be useful and valuable information for you when you need to get new tires.
So one thing I would like to say too is that your comments are super valuable, not even just to us and getting to know you. Right. They're valuable to somebody who'd come by and maybe never even comment. Maybe that's the person that never comments on a video but reads them. Right. Your information is just as valuable. So, you know, we just want to thank you for helping us learn by giving your wisdom to us, but then also sharing it with the community that's growing here. So just, man, hats off to you guys for sharing your wisdom with us on this platform.
Yeah, and P.S., we really enjoy conversating back and forth with you guys. We just appreciate the relationship that we're building, and thank you so much for helping to build this community of our not so perfect society. So if you haven't joined up, it's free. You can just hit the subscribe button, join the crew. We are almost at 10,000 subscribers, and I can't even hardly believe that.
I know.
Like, we're just two kids having kids out on the road, being kids, living life, having fun, sharing our adventures with you. And it has already impacted almost 10,000 people.
Yeah, it's actually really humbling, and we just want to say thank you for being with us, staying with us, and inviting others to come along the journey with us. So hats off to you guys. We absolutely love what's happening here, and we cannot wait for what the future holds.
Yeah. So. Thanks so much for watching and being here with us. Yes! We appreciate you being here every week with us, and we hope you had fun, and we hope you learned some stuff, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, man. Peace. Actually, have you ever fist bumped your phone or your TV?
Maybe don't fist bump because you might put your fist through your TV.
We're just fist bumping. That's a good idea. We're not fist punching. We're fist bumping. We're bumping it.
I mean,
look at. Dude, tire shop waiting room coffee. Oh yeah, it's nearly boiling. It's probably been on that burner for like 7.5 hours. Absolute garbage, but you gotta have it. You wanna know why? Because it's #NeverTea.